Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. It's going to be in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Also, there are two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine and you are able to do so, feel free to go over to the official websites I have linked down below. You can donate directly to the funds. We need your support now more than ever. So yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching the video, and let's get on to the technical analysis. So obviously we are dumping right now. The Fed has increased the interest rates by 75 basis points, and I was telling you guys that I'm expecting a move towards the downside, maybe a little pump, but then a move towards the downside after the announcement. But we didn't get a little pump, we just got a dumperoonie. So basically right now we have a large fib retracement on the chart, and I'm going to show you the swing high and the swing low. So we have our swing high there in November of 2021, and the low is there in May of 2021. So our technical target is at 0.02373 cents, and that is exactly the level that we're hovering around right now, and we've been doing that for the past 3 months, or 4 months, I should say. So basically, if you want to make it easy, that this is your buy zone here, okay? So anywhere below the 1.618, that's your buy zone. There's also a possibility, obviously, that we may come all the way down to 0.01450 cents, but I would only think that would be possible after Bitcoin starts losing $17,000, okay? If we see a capitulation, altcoins will bleed. We may see large wicks to the downside from a lot of projects, and you may come down to this area. If you want to set up buy limit orders, no one's going to stop you. You can set up the buy orders slightly above the support level so that there's more chance of you getting filled, because if you set it up exactly at this level, a lot of people are going to dump into that level because you're not the only one, with this fib retracement. A lot of people are going to get filled at this level, and you may be one of those who are not going to get filled. So just having the limit order slightly above the support, this 0.5% of difference isn't going to make much of a difference at the end of the day. So just secure your position that way. Okay, so yeah, we are below the 1.618. What's negative is that we may start coming back up, and we may retest this level as resistance, and that is going to be quite negative. At that point, we're going to get a confirmation potentially, right, that we're going to come down to the low that we printed in June, because once you start retesting a previous support as resistance, you tend to come lower. Okay, so that's just how it works. Now, we might see a bullish move into November. I've been talking about this on every single video for the past week or so, and I mentioned this in the past Vechain video, I think. And we may see a break of this multi-month resistance trend line into November, and we may see a bullish move. Now, that may, have us come all the way up to this golden area here above us. So this is a resistance zone that we back tested multiple times this year, once in January, once in February and March, once in May before the Luna crash. And after that, we had a little retracement, and in May we actually dropped back down, and we had a little accumulation phase here, ended up dropping even lower, and since then we've been in this phase here, an accumulation phase, some would say. But I think right now these are great prices for you to enter into Vechain, especially if you have been buying at these prices, at all-time high prices. Now is a good opportunity for you to dollar cost average. Never buy all in. The prices could always go lower no matter what anyone tells you. So just be careful, always have some spare money to buy into the markets at any point. So like I said, if you see a break of the white trend line in the coming weeks, that would be a very bullish signal, and I would be waiting for a retest of this golden resistance zone, or I would be looking for a retest of the white trend line here, which is the first fib level, okay? And that is the fib level that we have over here. So this is the swing low of May of 2021. So we may come all the way up there to retest that level as resistance, and then come back down to print another low. Whether that's going to be a lower low or a double bottom or a higher low is to be seen, but this is something that I'm looking at in November, because we've seen bullish moves in November for the past 2 years. Granted, right now we are in a bear market, so I do not expect the move to be as bullish as it was last year or in 2020, but I do think there is going to be a move nonetheless. So there is money to be made here, even in a bear market. Look at projects like Matic, look at projects like Cosmos. They have done extremely well in these bear market conditions. In the past bear market, Chainlink has performed very well. So there is money to be made here, guys. You just have to pick the right projects and invest your money, not into a bunch of shitcoins. So yeah, so you have your support levels for now. You have a couple of resistance levels. Let's jump into the daily RSI. As you can see, we do have a support here at 34 on the index. If we manage to come back down there, that is a golden entry point in my opinion, because the last time we were there at the end of August, we managed to have a nice bounce to the upside, and we did retest this level a couple of times throughout the 2020 year. Obviously, if you start getting below that, you can draw as many trend lines here as you want, but usually if you go below this trend line, you end up coming all the way down to the oversold. And once you're there, you don't need me to tell you to buy into the project, because once you're below the index of 30, you're in the black zone there, below the red square. That's just an incredible opportunity to enter any altcoin really, or any asset. So that's regarding the daily chart on TradingView. I do want to switch over to the Binance website real quick. Switching over to the Binance website, so we do have this light blue channel here, this channel down pattern, and we've been in this pattern ever since February of this year. So we printed a high in April, went for a lower low in May, went for a lower high in August, and right now we are stuck on this support level at 0.02136. So this is the low that we retested in June, in July, and we haven't done that in August. So some people would say that it is smart to look for another lower low, and we could potentially retest the support of the channel down pattern. That is very possible, guys. I'm not counting that out, but like I said, I would expect Bitcoin to drop below $16,000 for us to retest this level. Now, there is a major Bitcoin support level at $14,000. If we see a strong capitulation with any FUD thrown into the markets, $14,000 is the low that I'm eyeballing. And what you can also do is you can add another channel here, or a sideways channel, you could say, because as you can see, the red sideways channel here has a resistance level that you've retested twice and a support level that you have retested multiple times here. So what you're doing essentially ever since May is you're going in this sideways channel, and at some point you're going to see a break, whether to the upside or to the downside. So what could happen is we may see a move to the upside getting to November. We might get to this trend line once again, and from there we dump all the way back down. So that is a potential trade for you. Now, if we start losing this support here in September, which is very possible, I'm going to be honest with you, I can drop in a fib retracement to see what potential targets we might have to the downside. So the 1.618 target would be all the way down here at 0.0145, which is essentially the level that we just looked at on the other chart. So as you can see, there is confluence to this support level. That is very possible for us to retest it. But you just have to look at Bitcoin at all times. Whatever Bitcoin does, altcoins will follow. And if Bitcoin starts dropping, altcoins are going to bleed. So you're going to have you want to have your stable coins ready on the exchanges, because if we see a massive capitulation, centralized exchanges can pause deposits. And at that point, you're not going to be able to deposit any money to buy stable coins, and you're not going to be able to buy the dip. And once they open up the deposits, the price will have recovered by that point. So just be careful and keep that in mind. Your minimal target here would be the 1.272 at 0.01738. Yes. So you can set up buy limit orders in advance, just in case it happens while you're asleep or at work, or when you're not paying attention to the markets. You could have all these buy limit orders here. So if you see a large wick to the downside and a quick recovery, you're going to be already in profit here by the time you wake up. Sometimes that happens, right? Because all of these orders will have filled and you're already in profits once you wake up, and you can sell, do whatever after that. But what I'm doing in this bear market is just accumulating for the next couple of years to make some good gains, to be honest with you, in the next bull market. So let's see how it all plays out. Stick with the channel. I'm going to try to help you as much as I can. Feel free to join the Telegram chat down below. We talk about everything crypto related, and if you need any help or you have any questions, feel free to reach out to anyone in there. If I'm there, I'm going to answer as soon as I can. There are a lot of, experienced guys in there as well and girls who can help you out, obviously. So yeah, jumping into the daily stochastic, you are in the oversold here below the index of 20. So that just tells you it's a good buying opportunity. You were here at the end of August, and since then you've seen a move to the upside. We could expect the same here. We're just going to stay here for a couple of days, a week maybe, and then we have a move to the upside into November. We'll see what happens. What else do we have? We looked at the RSI. The MACD is printing a bearish cross. If you saw this bearish cross on August or September 17th, that was your precursor. That was your kind of looking glass, because I was talking about the ETH merge. I was talking about the FOMC meeting for a very long time, and I was ready for this pullback. Unfortunately, my debit card isn't working. It got blocked for some reason, so I have to manually go to the branch and do some weird stuff, and I can't buy into the dip right now, which is very annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. So sometimes life happens. But yeah, if I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment sections. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join my Patreon. I do drop in my low cap gems in there. You can request technical analysis and videos. I drop in market sentiment analysis. I drop in podcasts on a weekly basis. I've already dropped 2 podcasts. The latest one is on my portfolio, all of my buys, where I buy, and my trade alerts are on Patreon as well. Every time I buy something, I'm gonna make a post on Patreon saying what I bought and at what price did I buy that. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to check that out. If not, you can just cancel your subscription at any time and you're not gonna pay anything. So yeah, don't worry about that. So that is pretty much it. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace out.